I'm Paul. Welcome to the episode 5. In this episode, we're going to focus specifically on the needs of people that lack flexibility. And I'm talking about lack flexibility, period. Okay? People who are very, very inflexible. Now, I got emails and I got comments, and I'm very happy that you went to your parents and your grandparents and you showed them this routine. Now, a lot of people actually had issues with the basic flexibility exercise, more so than with the upper body movement or with the stances. Okay? And I would like to show you how you can take this exercise and make them even simpler for someone whose range of motion is very limited. Okay? So this is what we're going to do. You can continue episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can continue doing those exercises. Now, if you're one of the people that have flexibility issues, I'm going to show you how to use props, to work with that. Okay? So here I have different props. I have pads, okay, hand pads. You can use this, you can use books. I have a yoga block, you can use yoga block. Okay, they're specifically for this purpose. Okay, yoga straps, they're specifically for this purpose as well. You can use belts, martial arts belts, regular belts. Okay, here I even have hand wraps. You can use hand wrap. Of course, these things are more specifically designed for the purpose, but other things can work as well. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the basic relaxed stretches and show you how you can do them if you really lack flexibility. Okay, if you're more of an advanced student, I have plenty of videos that you could follow and learn from. But someone who have never done it for a while and really lacks flexibility, there's not much available, so I'm going to do some stuff for that. Okay, so if you remember the first stretch that we did, we lie down on the back and we pulled in one knee. Okay, now some people might be here, some people might be here. Okay, but some people actually can't even grab their knee. So to do that, what ends up happening is that you have to keep your body up, sort of, which may be kind of uncomfortable. That's number one. Or you have to sort of pull your pants and they keep coming up. Okay, so I'm going to use this here for the purpose. Okay, so what we can do is just wrap it around the knee. Okay, wrap it around the knee like so, and just hold that. Okay, regardless what your range of motion is, just a little bit. Okay, if this hurts in any way, you can always place a block under that foot like so, and just hold this here. Okay, now there's several ways to wrap this around your leg. Okay, the way I did it, I place it behind and then over. Okay, here, and then one, and this is below the knee, and then one more loop so it comes up above the knee. Okay, and here would lie down. Obviously, if you have issues doing that, you can sort of maybe place it down, go down on one side like so, lie down first, and then pull it up. Okay, and then hold this position wherever you feel the stretch. Okay, like so. Now you do this, of course, on both sides. Okay, and since it's wrapped around a few times and this is rather wide, it really doesn't hurt too much. Okay, especially if someone may have an edema around here or some kind of an issue. So that is the first stretch. Now, we would like to do the rotational movement and engage the glutes a little bit. Okay, we did this before. Okay, or we just slightly try to rotate a little bit. Now, for a lot of people, there could be a back issue, especially if you can't sit up straight first. which means that this hamstring is causing you issues. You can bend it a little bit, of course, like so, okay? And you can do it that way. It might be easier because now you're not sagging because of this hamstring, okay? So this would force you to sag, but here you can sit with your back straight and you can rotate, okay? Now, if you can do an exercise on your back and you're very concerned about your back, it's best to do it on your back, okay? It's best to do it lying down on your back, especially if you're concerned about pulling something, or you had previous injuries, or because of your back you're sort of afraid to do something, okay? So here, for example, I'm on my back. What I would do is I would take this here. If I can get my knees to 90 degrees and my hips to 90 degrees, great. I would turn over, place it here, okay, and place the opposite shoulder on the floor, okay, and this would be my stretch. Okay, if I don't have enough flexibility to do that, I would get maybe books, maybe pillows, something that is higher, okay, and I would do it this way, okay, and then you would do the same thing on the other side, okay. Now, for the butterfly stretch, like I showed you before, you are here. Let's assume that your legs come up to here. Place two things under your knees, okay, and that would work. If you don't have these things, once again, like you see in previous lessons, support your back, hold your hands here, okay, use your hands. If you want to make your assistant a little bit easier, you can place a strap, okay, and hold it here, hold it together, and sit in this position instead of placing something under your knees, okay. And then little by little, you can let it go and let your knees come out to the side. Now remember, if your knees are here and you're sitting like this, you're going to start building up cramps and tension, okay, and you don't want that. So this is one option. Of course, you can lie down on your back, okay, you can lie down on your back and your knees would come out a little bit. You would do the same thing, okay. You don't want to just hold them here. You can use your hands, of course, like this. Might be a bit more challenging. So here you would place the strap again around your knees, hold it like so, and little by little let it come out, okay. The next one that we have is the hamstrings, okay. Now remember, we started by placing the hands behind you and trying to sit up straight first, okay. As your spine begins to extend, okay, there's rotation in your hips, okay, and your pelvis, as the bottom part of your pelvis moves back, your hamstring lengthens just from that, okay. Now if you're sagging, of course, you can always do this. For some people, just sitting in this position, okay, I'm gonna place this here, okay. Assume that my knee can't go all the way down. This one is bent, okay, and sit up this way. To get more flexible, you will open this up, okay, in such position here, okay. And now that your knee is slightly bent, your hamstring is not really pulling that much, and you can get into this position, and then maybe after that you would extend this leg, okay. Now if you can sit up here, the next thing that we're gonna do is you're gonna pull, okay, very, very slightly. Now of course there's an issue here as well. If you sit in this position, trying to extend your spine, but at the same time you're placing pressure on your back by pulling back, you can potentially get your back into spasms or injure it in some way. So you would lie down on your back, of course, which is another option, especially if you're lacking flexibility in your hamstring. Now, there's different ways to pull, okay, different ways to pull. I have certain ways that I use the pull to pull the muscle rather than to work the joint angle, which I find more useful. But for a beginner, once you lie down and this is your level of flexibility, okay, it's fine. You can hold it here, okay. You don't have to keep moving that leg up. You can usually just hold it here for a while, and then little by little, you know, it's gonna move up. So that is a hamstring. You're lying down on your back is supported. You bend that other knee here. You bend that other leg, okay? And your back is very well protected. It may not be as protected as if you lift this leg and this one is straight, okay? You might get that space going. Here, it's safer. Okay. And the last one is a stretch for your quadriceps. Okay. The issue that we had before, that we talked about, of course, was that you can't actually grab your foot. Maybe you don't have the pants on, you're working out in your shorts. Maybe it's not comfortable. And maybe, you know, this is not your comfortable range of motion. You can't bend it that much. So here, you would place a strap, and you would just use the strap to hold it. Little by little, of course, you can always pull it up. You can hold on to something if you like. Okay. Same stretch can be performed lying down on your side, of course. Okay. So here, placing it around. Of course, the question might be, if I can't bend my leg that much, how would I do that? Well, you would place it here, okay, like lying down like so, okay, and then you would hold it, okay, hold it like this, and then of course little by little you can keep pulling on it. But a stretch like so would work. Notice that the more your knee is extended, the more you need that arm to be back. Because if this arm is here and your knee is extended, the strap is just going to slide. So to create a good line of pull, this arm must be back. Okay? The straight as that leg is. If the knee is bent, you can pull here. But if the knee is straight, it's just going to slide up. Okay? So this basic substitution for the stretches, for the prop, for the straps. Keep doing the routines that we showed you in episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Now this is just for the people that have those issues with the flexibility, because for whatever reason, as you get older, you may maintain your strength, but you have to work pretty well on your flexibility. Okay. The strength goes, but if you don't work on your flexibility, it can go faster. Okay. So do that, and on Friday, I'm going to incorporate the specific stretches with the strengthening exercises. Okay, and then the week after that, we will move on from there. Thank you for watching.